Hi, and welcome to my Krappy kitchen. I'm your host, Liz Massara, and I'm going to be cooking for you today in my very humble kitchen. Now, I know that you're used to looking at celebrity kitchens, and they are beautiful and functional, but a lot of us, like me, have a kitchen like this. Pretty small, no counter space, substandard cooking utensils, and relatively inexpensive stuff, things falling from the refrigerator. You get the idea. But anyway, this morning I have to make breakfast because I'm the only one who really cooks anything in my house, like most of you probably. Now, let me pick that up, excuse me. We have tons of things on top of the refrigerator, like most of you probably do. Okay, let's see, what will we make for breakfast? I think today we're going to make Eggs Benedict. Now, like most of us in the Krappy kitchen, I only have 3 eggs. How about that? Let's see if I have any more eggs anywhere in this refrigerator. No, I don't think I do. So I guess I'm going to make 3 Eggs Benedict. I'm going to use some butter. And let's see, what else? I need milk, but I don't have any milk either. So I guess we can't make Eggs Benedict. Let's make something else. Oh, there goes that box again. Excuse me while I pick it up. Now, if I were making Eggs Benedict, they would have English muffins, which we also don't have, by the way. We would have English muffins, but I don't have English muffins. I only have regular whole wheat bread. Oh, and a bagel that needs to be thrown away. Excuse me while I do this. So I know, why don't we just make bread eggs instead? Okay, so now I'm going to take my eggs and my bread and my butter, and I usually use a non-stick cooking spray. This is the generic cheapo kind because, you know, this is the Krappy kitchen. Okay, and then we're going to get our omelet pan. And if you don't have an omelet pan, and believe me, up until recently, I didn't. I don't have that much space under my counters either for pots and pans. Anyway, this is an omelet pan, and it has a non-stick cooking surface. Now I'm going to put my omelet pan, which, by the way, my omelet pan has hasn't been washed well because my husband doesn't know how to wash dishes. So before I cook anything, I have to wash the dish again. That someone has been using a metal utensil at the bottom of my omelet pan, and now my omelet pan has some scratches in it, which is par for the Krappy kitchen. We did have a light here, but it went out because my husband put it on a timer to save energy. So now the light just goes out whenever it feels like it, and I don't have that much light in the Krappy kitchen, which is probably why you're having trouble seeing me, right? Okay, so let's make our bread eggs, shall we? The first thing I'm going to need to make bread eggs is a glass, believe it or not. Why are you moving the camera?
Don't question me, I know all.
Yeah. The Krappy kitchen comes equipped with its Krappy camera crew. Okay.
Hey, shut up. You can't hold a camera still for anything.
Here is a glass.
And this camera has no zoom.
This is the first thing you need for bread eggs. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our bread, and it can be any kind of bread, as long as it's flat or relatively flat. I have this relatively stale whole wheat bread, which will work. Now I'm going to get a dish because I don't have a cutting board that works very well. And I'm going to take my bread, and since I only have 3 eggs, I'm only going to use 3 pieces of bread. And I'm going to take and I'm going to cut out the center of my bread with my glass. You see, I'm making a little hole in the center. And there you go, I made a hole. And this is what your bread egg will be placed in. Now, I'm going to make another hole. This is very simple, really. And it's a good thing, too. Okay. once I've done that, I can see where we're going to have a talk.
Hi, and welcome to the Krappy Kitchen with your host, Elizabeth Massaro. And today we're making bread eggs.
Yes, we are. I'm going to spray this pan with non-stick cooking spray. Okay, it's a hot pan. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rounds that I cut out with the glass, and I'm going to put them in my pan to saute them toasting until they are nice inside of my bread. This is okay. So here we've browned the insides of the bread egg. Now we're going to take these out of the pan, and now I'm just going to show you how one bread egg is done because of course we're running out of film. So now I'm going to do the same. I'm going to brown the outside of. Okay, once you've browned your bread egg outside, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the egg and I'm going to open it and put it right into the center of my bread. And then I'm going to get a little salt. This is not the fancy schmancy salt. It's just regular old iodized salt. And a little black pepper from a black pepper can. McCormick's. Okay, and in order to make my bread eggs, what I did was I found a cover that fits this pan but doesn't go with it, of course, because this is the Krappy Kitchen, and of course the steam cooks the top of the egg. But sometimes what I do to facilitate quicker cooking is I will, once it's almost cooked, just flip it real quick because I don't want the bottom to get too burnt like this one. Okay, so this is what our bread eggs look like when they're finished, and we just put the little piece of bread on top. You see underneath is the nice yellow egg, unless you cook it too long like I did this one. But you know, if you like them a little bit more well done, this is how they look, and if you like them a little bit less well done, which I like them this way, that's how they look. And now you just bring it to the table, and voila! Bread eggs in the Krappy Kitchen. Thanks! I'm Liz Massaro, and thank you again for coming and watching me cook in my crappy little kitchen. The end.